coming behind me, and that is live from the Royal. This is our Facebook page. Have you got a website, guys?
Yeah. A Facebook page.
Right.
So
okay.
just Bitterroots.
Right.
Bitterroots.uk.
Yeah.
Right.
American Bitterroots.
Yeah. You mean there's another one?
There is.
Really?
That's swines. Bitterroots. And then there are the Bitterroots also from the States.
Yeah. How did you get the name, by the way?
Beer. Roots and bitter. No, I mean, I think also just we just spent an awful long time thinking about names, and it just appealed to us.
It was the one that stuck, wasn't it? The one we could remember.
Yeah. What other ones did you try?
Do you remember?
I can't remember.
I think they're best lost in the distance now, aren't they really?
They're gone.
Sorry, because I should have said that song was by a band called Hooray for the Riff Raff.
Right.
That we really like.
Okay.
Fantastic.
To say that.
Yeah.
They are absolutely brilliant.
Cool.
They're all kind of a bunch of young Americans who all ended up in Louisiana, in New Orleans actually, having sort of been out travelling on the sort of, the railroad cars and that kind of thing. Very Woody Guthrie.
Yeah.
They're a fantastic band. Really worth checking out. Riff Raff.
Okay. Well, we'll do that later. Okay. Influences then, guys. What are your influences?
Oh, God.
Go on, Helen, you start.
Lots of folk fiddle players.
Yeah.
Johnny Hardy, Gavin Marwick. Lots of folk music really. Although I'm now really getting into Gillian Welsh and that more Americana style of music as well.
Yeah.
All sorts of guitarists and I suppose, I don't know, people like Artie McLean, Niles Rodgers, Dave Gilmour, Jerry Douglas. You know, it's all very mixed. Really.
Yeah, as I said earlier on, no prizes rather for guessing, but I have to say Bob Dylan was a massive influence when I was younger. But then I came across Irish folk music, Bothy bands and people like that. Just incredible music. And then lived in Belfast for 15 years, so learned to play in the sessions there, and was just incredibly lucky to be around people like the McSherry brothers and their sister Gina, and just fantastic influence on my play. And people weren't shy in telling you take that thing away and retune it, or into a different open tuning, or try this or whatever. So that was a great place to learn and to hear fantastic music.
Mark?
I suppose I started listening to people like Sharon Shannon, box players in the Irish tradition, but also the English tradition, because I started playing for Morris Sides thousands of years ago.
Right.
People like Andy Cutting and great English box players.
Okay. Helen?
Beth.
Well, it's been a long night.
He's still got the pictures right there.
A bit of a mixture really. Obviously, my dad was completely obsessed with bluegrass music and the banjo, so I had that constantly in my brain. And I really do like it because of all the four-part harmony and the singing. But also me and my sister we became massive Buddy Holly fans, and 1940s and close sister harmonies, like Miller sisters and the Mills brothers and things like that. So listen to lots of things like that, alongside bluegrass, which is a bit of a mixture.
Yeah.
It's the singing that's the thing that interests me, in harmonies.
Okay. Anyone helped you in your music career more than anybody else? One person you could name? No, he says. That's a quick one then. Let's go on the next one.
My mum.
Your mum?
My mum.
Yeah.
Yeah. She still owns half of Vistable Bays.
I guess my uncle, in allowing me to work for me in the States one summer, which allowed me to buy a decent guitar, and that was great. And also because he used to, he's English but moved to the States in the 60s, and so he was coming back to England and bringing all these amazing records. Started with incredible original and the Motown singles, and then it was Mississippi John Hurt and people like that, just incredible country blues musicians. So it was just, he kept on just like lobbing these pebbles into sort of pond of my imagination, and then set off all sorts of connections.
Mark?
And nobody's ever helped me with anything.
Nobody at all. I've got the violin going in there.
Yeah, I think that. There's a guy that lent me my first squeeze box.
Yeah.
Was it John William? There's another guy called John Barker who's local.
Yeah.
He's sort of put me in the right direction.
Hmm.
And about 3 weeks ago. That's probably about it.
Probably a guitar teacher called Richard Locke who used to play in pit orchestras and things like that in the Swansea area.
Yeah. Helen?
I think Ali, actually, because we're all married, by the way.
Right.
And I think guitarists who don't sing don't really have much to do they? So they
No.
need somebody to play a tune.
Yeah.
So they've been badgered into coming to sessions and
Yeah.
joining bands, you know.
Yeah.
And, that's actually probably encouraged me to
Yeah.
learn that,
So that's why
actually.
you
So
joined Badgered.
badgered, yeah, I was forced. So I'm going to check you out, let's say. Join bands.
Anyone listening to this session and fancies having a go with being in the group? Any advice?
Wow, that's a big one.
I'd say practicing is everything, and it's the most boring. You can say it's the most boring thing, but actually you don't get anywhere without practicing. It doesn't just happen. And I'd say my top tip for practicing is go and do it in a session.
Yeah.
Don't sit at home and learn in your bedroom. Get out into the pub, sit next to somebody, or sit at the back if you don't want to be seen,
Yeah.
and actually get out there and play with other musicians quietly, because that's so different to the playing on your own.
Yeah, I really agree. I mean, it's like playing in sessions. It's if you do go and you just, as Beth said, you play quietly to begin with, and you develop that ear, because that's the thing. It's like is learning to pick out where there's a subtle chord change, or where there's an opportunity to throw something in that gives it a blue fill
It's
in.
listening. You don't have to listen when you're just playing yourself, but when you're
Yeah.
playing with other people,
Definitely.
you have to listen to what's going on around you. And also, you meet so many people. It's such a social thing.
Yeah.
Music, you meet so many people that it is something that you should be doing with other people.
Yeah. Good one. Anybody else want to add to that?
Agree.
Yeah, the other thing is that it's just like we've all got different musical tastes.
Yeah.
And like we've all got different influences and things, and it's being kind of open to people's ideas and not being kind of I'm sorry, I'm just a this musician, or I'm just a a folk musician, or I'm just whatever. Just being open.
Yeah.
And there are there's some amazing bands out there at the moment that are doing a lot of that crossover stuff, and bands like the Low Anthem. I think if you again. They're worth listening to. They play things that sound very folky or very rocky or can change. So being open to how things come together is really good. And that's definitely how I think we all got on.
Do you all get on? Did you argue? I know you were saying, well, let's play it faster earlier on and all that. But
We argue about
it's not-
biscuits and cups of tea.
Really. Rock and roll, mate.
Yeah.
Biscuits and cups of tea.
Well, we won't mention everything else. But we're lucky.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's good.
What's the best thing about being a performer?
About being a performer.
Yeah.
Free beer.
Yes.
I think the thing is when you play and it sometimes it still catches me out when you play and it feels like it's very together and it's really tight and things like so that you really feel that it's an incredible buzz effect and I think that's the most exciting thing. It's just when you play together as a band and you get that fizz going.
Yeah.
And then if people enjoy it, great. And sometimes though, we do play in pubs and people are talking and chatting, and that's they're not giving us tons of feedback, but it still can be a great gig because we're just all sparking off each other, and that's fine.
Okay. Is there a bad thing about being a performer?
Travelling,
Yeah.
setting up.
Yeah.
Licking his
Okay,
fingers.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes equipment can be like the technical equipment can let you down so that you can't hear what you're singing or playing or whatever.
Yeah.
That can be really off.
Yeah.
Because then you can't get it together. You can't get that buzz going.
No. Okay. Okay. Time for another.
Okay. That's nice.